I can honestly say that my childhood was an ideal one, but not without its challenges. And of course, everybody got a story to tell. The kind of story that, no matter the difference, for the most part, is their truth. I cannot remember being hungry growing up, though I can recollect not getting enough in one sitting, of which I learned at a very early age to appreciate the little and overlook things that others did not experience. I guess one could say that adaptation to the struggle lends a certain cloak of pride in not needing much to survive. Rasta had a natural ability to fidget and tinker with electronics, both breaking and repairing them, to the chagrin of my mom, as she did her best to provide nourishment, shelter, and the occasional material item for my brother and I. She was thrifty in ways that aided in the hard peel of poverty with a pinch of paradise, even when things weren't right. I used to dream a lot about operating my own shop of electronics. And my brother and I, we were little guys, we would flip my bike upside down and I would use the front wheel as my car, and my little brother would have the back as his. As we sped, swerved, and skidded throughout the city, dropping off my fixed electronics to my customers. In those days, there were recycling centers within the neighborhood that were used to combat boredom and to satisfy sweet tooths, collecting cans, bottles, paper, and whatever else they bought. I remember the dirty, funky, sweet smelling wine and beer bottles and cans as we shuffled down the alleys, talking, laughing at the thoughts of the money we were about to receive, as well as plans of spending the hustled money. As you know, this was part of one of many legal hustles that I led myself and others to partake in. Another was landscaping throughout the seasons. And kind of think about it, in retrospect, I have always been a natural entrepreneur without even realizing it. Which explains why it's so easy for me presently to foresee a niche and act on it to capitalize. Though by definition we were poor, we lived and we lived well despite the bumps. Recently, I was having a conversation regarding sellouts, and the term poor came out as a reason or excuse. I'm not sure from whom, and my mind went back to things discussed here and some. My rebuttal wasn't received well, as I stated that the struggle was like trying to press a wrinkled shirt. As soon as you get out 3 wrinkles and move the shirt, 9 more wrinkles appear. But the task of getting a wrinkle-free shirt was daunting but fun. The disagreeing party stated that they couldn't have lived poor, and if given the opportunity to be rich by selling out, they would have. I inquired why. They stated that all they would have to do is to be someone else's dunce, therefore avoiding being poor. I'm not going to tell you my thoughts on that particular statement that they made. as this wasn't a judging moment. From that point, I stated that one makes the best of any situation, no matter the situation. They are not poor. And in the case of sudden hardships, one will survive longer, happier than one who sells out, falls from grace, and know not how to maintain until the storm passes. I closed with no. I didn't like our situation, but a natural ability to remain busy, along with the family having a certain skill set to survival and ensured happiness, kept us from feeling how I guess the person who the opposite party who would have sold out would have been feeling had they been poor. This leads me to a defining thought. I, Rasta, would not sell out for temporary trinkets lost within a blink of an eye, living no lie, and to inspire myself and others. The eldest of three brothers, no matter the caption, happiness I was to capture. What mattered and made the day doable, living in crucibles, homemade Lunchables, 10 times better, fulfilling to the belly. Hunger pain's fault, I was too poor to be bought. Support links and contact info are in the description and also the first comment below. Nothing changes until you do. Comment your thoughts. And thank you for tuning in and sharing to like while commenting your subscription. If you cannot tip jar, at least support with a like. Become a part of the Naughty Notification Nation by moving that notify bell to all to remain up to date when I go live. Check the channel at your convenience and often for new and Friday Fools vid drops. I am Rasta Kilbomani signing off until next time. Peace to you.